What's up, guys? Mr. Dan here, back again with another edition of Midnight Movies Reviews. This is a series where I review a double feature of the type that you could possibly call a midnight movie. You know, like a B movie, an exploitation movie of, any type of genre. Martial arts, motorcycle films. We've got those coming up. Sci-fi, horror, schlocky films, films that were perhaps on late night TV. And as you perhaps notice, I actually found the remote control for my light up moon, which actually shows the phases of the moon. This is an educational toy I got some years ago, and you can use this button and cycle through the phases of the moon. And I love that the phases are actually on the remote. Or you can hit this button and it does it sort of automatically for a while. So we'll just let that go for a while. I actually went outside the other night to try to get some video of an actual full moon, but here in New Jersey, it gets quite hazy, so you would have seen a little tiny white dot. Anyway, last time I did, I do like to collect these exact editions. I love these Midnight Movie series. Sometimes you get double features, sometimes even four. Last time I kind of made my own double feature from this Frankenstein set. I did Jesse James meets Frankenstein's daughter. And then I had to go to streaming to watch Billy the Kid versus Dracula. Well, I did go ahead and find that for a decent price, so I got the Blu-ray of it, knowing that I will definitely watch this again. I mean, that was a fun one. They both were. And that's what these movies are. They're designed to just be fun. Movies you can have fun with. You're not going to be seeing any Kurosawa films on Midnight Movies reviews. Yeah, and I've always loved sort of monster films and lost civilization movies like The Land That Time Forgot, The People That Time Forgot, Jules Verne, Edgar Rice Burroughs, those kind of things. But we'll get to that in a moment. Does this one fit the bill? We'll see. I had never heard of either one of these. Let's just get into it. We'll start with Gorilla at Large, though. A diverting mystery, a fine cast. I would agree with that. The cast of this one is pretty solid. And I love the way they start with Academy Award winner Anne Bancroft stars in the shocking tale of deception, drama, and murder, Under the Big Top. When a brutal murder is uncovered at the Garden of Evil Carnival, all fingers point to the main attraction, a savagely powerful ape with a hair-trigger temper and capable of unspeakable violence. But when more murder victims are discovered on the premises, it soon becomes clear that everyone in the carnival is a suspect, and no one, man or beast, is safe. Yeah, it does have a really good cast. I see that Cameron Mitchell and Anne Bancroft get top billing. I think they were really trying to push Cameron Mitchell back then with mixed success. He's quite young in this. He's almost unrecognizable if you don't know he's in it. But he was pretty good, and so was Anne Bancroft. And then you got some real acting heavyweights, Lee J. Cobb and Raymond Burr. Heavyweights would more describe Raymond Burr. But, they're both good. And everyone takes this very seriously, even though it's kind of goofy. And, you got a guy in a gorilla suit. Get out of his way before it's too late. And then, surprisingly, you also have Lee Marvin. And he's almost like the comic relief, which is kind of funny. He plays a police officer. They assign him to watch the carnival overnight to find out what's going on. And hijinks ensue, and it's kind of goofy. The whole thing is goofy, but fun. It's a goofy, fun movie. Now, Mystery on Monster Island. Never heard of it. The title reminded me of Mysterious Island, one of my favorite movies. And this is indeed a Jules Verne. Let's get into it. Adventure awaits at the far side of the world. Based on a story by the legendary Jules Verne, this thrilling tale follows a young man on a quest for one last voyage before he settles down for good. But he gets more than he bargained for when he and a motley crew of friends are shipwrecked. Suddenly, they find themselves on a mysterious, uncharted island populated by terrifying creatures and gold-digging bandits, and in the middle of a hair-raising adventure with an ending that is sure to astonish. Or maybe the ending will irritate you and make you feel like you got a little bit ripped off. I don't know. Yeah, that's kind of how I felt a little bit. This is a goofy movie. Peter Cushing and Terence Stamp. It presents Peter Cushing and Terence Stamp. Pretty good cast. Okay, yeah, they're really in the beginning and the end. and one of them has a little bit more lines than the other, and one of them may not have even been there, as he's wearing a mask for much of it at the end when he comes back. I don't even know if that was him or just a body double with a voiceover, but you do feel a little ripped off in that regard. And this is a very goofy, this could be the goofy feature. This is like the goofy double feature, okay? Because, yeah, there's supposedly some monsters, but there might be a twist there. But you've got this one young guy, and then he's got like a professor type who's just so goofy, and he has all these interactions with a chimpanzee, and these scenes go on, and they make like some Gilligan's Island type things out of, you know, frickin' bamboo and coconuts, and I don't know. And then the pirates attack, and at the end there's a little switcheroo, and it's not a very, you're not like, oh, that was clever. You're gonna be like, oh, yeah, whatever. That's kind of, I felt a little ripped off. It was just kind of goofy. That's all I have to say about that one, really. It does, interestingly enough, it stars Paul Naschy as Flint. I haven't really gotten into any of his films as a director, but I've been meaning to. I mean, it was, I don't know. It's goofy. Let's just put it that way. It's very goofy. I mean, very goofy. Like Peter Cushing's character in, oh, not one of these. Actually, it reminded me a little bit of Peter Cushing's character in At the Earth's Core, where he's a little bit of a bumbling, doddering kind of a scientist. And there were some laughs in that, but this professor in this one's way over the top. He's like Mr. Bean level goofiness. Still kind of enjoyable in a way. There you go, guys. I don't know if you heard of either one of these. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you guys want me to do next. Do you want me to actually review these next? The Land That Time Forgot and The People That Time Forgot? Or you want me to get into some Count Yorga action? Or I've got a double feature of biker films. You guys let me know. What do you want to see next for Midnight Movies reviews? And I will catch you next time. Later.